Joining us now, Congressman Devin Nunes, ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee, member of the House Ways and Means Committee, and a leading light in what has been the darkness of Obamagate for almost 4 years. Congressman, great to have you with us. What more can you tell us about your investigation into Danchenko, to the subsource, if you will, for the discredited dossier farce that's been perpetrated by the FBI, the special counsel, and the Justice Department on the American people?
Well, Lou, I would just say, just when you think this can't get any more crazy, it does get crazier, right, and it gets much worse. So now what we have here is that we have the Brookings Institute, a left-wing think tank. We've long suspected that they had some dealings with this dossier, but now we know that they were involved in the development, the dissemination, and the defense of the Steele Dossier. And what we don't know, now that we know that the primary subsource, we were led to believe by the FBI that somehow this was a source who was Russian, that he might get killed if something happens. No, it ends up he's just a swamp creature living just around the corner, just not far from here, Lou. I'm coming to you from the Capitol this evening. And he lives right here. He's not in any danger. And the whole thing was made up, and the FBI knew about it. And so now the question is, can we get to the bottom of this, and will Durham get to the bottom of this? And now we also have to begin to look at, should a left-wing think tank, a nonprofit, should they have a nonprofit status if they're in the job of developing a political hit piece, disseminating the hit piece, and defending the hit piece for 4 years? I think they need to be looked at by the IRS.
I have to tell you, I'm just stunned that come August, we're talking 4 years since actually the end of the month, 4 full years since this conspiracy against the president began in earnest. And it stuns me that we are learning this. The Brookings Institution? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Do you have any doubt that they were involved, just out of curiosity?
It's hard to believe, I know. Look, we knew the president of Brookings was somewhat involved, at least on the periphery of this, but now we know for sure he was involved. We know that he was texting. I'm not going to say that he was texting buddies with Christopher Steele, but he was texting with Christopher Steele, the author of the dossier, at a very, very important time when they were involved in trying to disseminate this. When you now add to it that we've got this swamp creature running around here that was supposedly this Russian source that wasn't a Russian source, I mean, what you're really looking at here, Lou, is I don't want your viewers to really get too confused about this. This story was made up out of whole cloth by the Clinton campaign.
Yeah. And pushed by the Justice Department, the FBI, and the Obama White House, it appears. Congressman Devin Nunes, if you could stay with us through the commercial for your conclusion on this, we'd appreciate it. Congressman Devin Nunes with us. Let me ask you, Congressman, the Brookings Institution and this, all of this, can you get a report out? Can you get something out before the election as a result of your investigation into the dossier?
Well, look, the key here is, Lou, this wasn't just like some low-level Brookings Institute person. This was the president at the time of the Brookings Institute who was involved in disseminating this dossier. And now we know these Brookings Institute fellows were involved in the creation of it. So, we're continuing to press on with our investigation. We will continue to do that. But look, the IRS is now going to have to look at this also. This is also just beyond the Justice Department. We also have to look at the tax-exempt status of this group.
Congressman Devin Nunes, as always, we learn something every time we talk with you. Thanks so much for everything you're doing.